Now, we know many politicians have a strange relationship with the truth. They lie, embellish and evade, but there are not too many politicians, or even just regular human beings for that matter, who deliberately and repeatedly tell the sort of bold-faced lies that can be immediately debunked. But that's what Joe Biden has done throughout his political career. For 50 years, he has repeated verifiable lies over and over again. And yet he has been elevated to the most powerful office in the world. We've brought you examples of his habitual lying as president. But let's take a stroll down memory lane and look at Joe Biden's extravagant plagiarising and lying. And you may be shocked to know his dodgy ways were evident even in college.
Joseph Biden admitted today that he committed plagiarism when he was in law school. He said it was a mistake, but that it was unintentional.
He quoted 5 pages of someone else's work without proper citation.
I've done some dumb things, and I'll do dumb things again.
He was given an F.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I've been dumb.
To the political community in Washington, it all seems of a piece. Plagiarism at law school, plagiarism on the stump.
The great communicator. Strike that. The great imitator.
You don't steal verbatim, or when you do, as he did 99% of the time, you give credit.
Biden's critics say he sells himself as a man whose words and visions can inspire a new generation in politics. But if the thoughts, phrases, and visions really belong to others, it's a form of false advertising.
Senator Joseph Biden may have more explaining to do.
The new questions stem from taped remarks of Biden during an April campaign appearance in New Hampshire.
I went to law school on a full academic scholarship, the only one in my class to have a full academic scholarship. Went back to law school and in fact ended up in the top half of my class. I was the outstanding student in the political science department at the end of my year. I graduated with 3 degrees from undergraduate school and 165 credits, only needed 123 credits.
Biden now concedes he did not graduate in the top half of his law school class, that he does not have 3 degrees from college, and that he was not named outstanding political science student in college.
Newsweek says Biden actually went to school on a half scholarship, ended up near the bottom of his class, and won only 1 degree, not 3.
Joe Biden ranked 76th in a class of 85 at the University of Syracuse Law School. I mean, this guy comes off this whole thing as a flyweight.
Now Biden says Newsweek is right. His memory had failed.
He claimed his memory failed him. Don't you hate it when that happens, when you think you graduated top of your class with 3 degrees, but you're actually one of the worst students in the class and only had 1 degree? Yeah, it's bad. Now, isn't it refreshing when you watch that to see news media do their job, call out the lying politician rather than provide cover for him? Let's have a look at an example of just how blatant Biden was in plagiarising someone else's life and stories to present as his own.
He used phrases identical to those delivered by British Labour Party leader Neil Kinnock.
Biden seemed to be claiming Kinnock's vision and life as his own.
Why is it that my wife, who's sitting out there in the audience, is the first in her family to ever go to college?
Why is Gladys the first woman in her family, in 1,000 generations, to be able to get to university?
My ancestors who worked in the coal mines in northeast Pennsylvania and come up after 12 hours and play football.
8 hours underground, and then come up and play football.
It's because they didn't have a platform upon which to stand.
There was no...
Just incredible stuff. And thanks to RNC Research for unearthing those old clips. Who would think that a pathological liar, not a good one, but one who lies about easily verifiable facts over and over again, would rise to be the leader of the free world? 81 million votes. Every word Donald Trump ever uttered has been fact-checked by activist reporters, but Biden managed to go through an entire presidential campaign without having to answer for his litany of lies. And even in office, the bulk of the media has ignored his habit of lying about verifiable facts, figures and events.